All right, man. So, for me, being a teenager, a young adult, just watching baseball in DFW, there were guys that I looked up to, right? And one guy was you, Torii Hunter. And mainly for just the way you play. You played hard. The defining moment for me was obviously that All-Star game, that catch.
Barry Bonds.
And Barry Bonds, just realizing that moment, maybe not at that point, but looking back at that, such a historic moment because Barry Bonds is one of our greatest players ever. How do you look at that now, realizing that you're part of history, even in a cool way? That's one of the more cool plays that we've ever seen.
Man, you know what? A 25-year-old boy from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, was able to get on a stage, a national stage, and maybe international stage, and they say now batting Barry Bonds, and you're in center field saying, "Don't hit it to me, don't hit it to me." That's all I was repeating to myself. And boom, he hits the ball. I took a trot after it, saw that the ball was coming back. It was over the fence, but it was coming back. And I just gave it a good attempt and a good try at it and caught the ball. I was shocked, and Ichiro said something, and I did not know he knew in English. It was very bad and good. But it was a great moment, man, when you talk about one of the best hitters to ever play the game, maybe the best hitter to play the game, and I was able to take a home run away from him, and now everybody able to watch it. It's been 22 years now, and people still talk about it.
So, one thing I always do is I do my research to find out baseball players are athletes, right? And I think people see how great athletes baseball players are. You're a football guy.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you this because in my generation, Bo Jackson and Deion, and Brian Jordan was the guy that
Brian Jordan, BJ was good.
Yeah, BJ was good.
Yeah.
But seeing what Deion did and especially mainly Deion, because Bo had, he was going between, he had the hip issue, obviously.
Yeah.
But seeing what Deion did in the two sport, for you being just a prime athlete, how do you look at that, man? It's just from a history standpoint, because I think that's unreal that he was able to play two sports like that.
Man, the mentality, me playing every day in center field, it burned me out.
Yeah.
I can only imagine, playing a season of football, then come and play a whole season, which is long and drooling in baseball, and you play all year round for years, over a decade. And these guys went out, played healthy, wasn't injured. Deion played a lot. He played football, he played baseball, rarely injured. And it's got to be a mentality. And so I commend those guys like Brian Jordan and Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson. And, at one point, Dave Winfield, before he got into, he played all sports. And so just those guys that do that, I tip my cap to them. And if you could talk to those guys, you hear Deion's quotes all the time out there in Colorado. He has some great quotes, and he understands life. He understands the game. And I think all kids should try to listen to him, or if you get a chance to speak to him, talk to him.
So 2 more questions, man. And this one is one of my favorite questions. I ask every person that's on the spot, right? And I do this thing called Mount Rushmore. Now, ironically, a lot of the young guys that are playing baseball, I asked them to go by their position, which would be your outfield. You're one of the guys that they mentioned. And I think that's really cool because I've had Mookie Betts said, I've had certain guys put you in their Mount Rushmore. And a lot of reasons because you got them to want to watch the game, want to play the game, so you made it look cool. Guys like yourself and Griffey. So I'm going to relay the question to you. If Torii Hunter did his outfield Mount Rushmore, who are the 4 guys he puts on his mountaintop?
Man, I would say Ken Griffey Jr.,
Still one?
Andre Dawson,
Okay.
Kirby Puckett, of course.
Okay.
One more, huh? And man, I would have to say, Andrew Jones.
I like that.
One of my favorite guys ever.
Defensive guy. Shout out to you. Praise the defense. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Last question for me. If Torii Hunter can go back, and let's say baseball was accepted on the Players Week, because back then it was always everything was uniform, right? Guys had to do it a certain kind of way, but now guys come up with different walk-up music. Y'all did back then too, but even more now, it's even more acceptable to do certain things the way they swag and everything.
Throw their bats.
Yeah.
You threw your bat back in the day,
Oh, you can hit.
and look and ton, and it's only the first inning. You're gonna get a baseball emblem planted on your throat.
I like that. But let's just say if Torii Hunter can go back, and the song is called Torii Hunter, you can pick any artist dead or alive to do the Torii Hunter walk-up song to the plate. Who does that song? Dead or Alive? So
It'll be Tupac.
like
No
that.
doubt about it. You know,
Okay.
Tupac was somebody that I always played for my walk-up song when I hit a home run in Minnesota. It was round and round, round we go.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Hey, shout out to Digital Underground. Rest in peace to Hunter, Shock G.
Yes.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Last question, man. This actually is my last question. Your baseball influences. Prior to you getting into the game of baseball, who were just some of your favorite players growing up? Because you mentioned Andre Dawson, a legend his own.
Man, Andre Dawson definitely was one of the guys. My granddad would make us sit down. We'd come home after school. You know, they played all day games, so they played at 1 o'clock. And when I came home from school in Arkansas, it's like 2:45, 3 o'clock. So it's the 7th inning. And every time Andre Dawson with the curl, the stiff front leg, hands wiggling like this, and he hits a home run. And that year, I came home every day to watch the Cubs play, and he hit a home run. He had 49 home runs, 100 plus RBIs, and he had a crazy year, and didn't even have a salary. And so I wanted to be that guy so bad. And when I met him, I lost my mind, you know, and there's nobody in the world can make me lose my mind like Andre Dawson.
I love it. Well, Torii, man, I appreciate you, man. This is actually an honor and privilege. All the Hall of Famers interview. You should be in there too.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I've interviewed a lot of guys, and I would say this is more personal because there was a guy I could actually look and say, man, I have truly watched you in the Georgia game and what you're doing now with these young guys. I appreciate you, man. Keep going the game for us, man. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I appreciate y'all watching my content. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe button, and check out the next video. Peace.